Hello, everyone, and welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be with you today. My name's Kathy Aaron. I'm a Gold National Marketing Director. I'm coming to you from Montana, and I get to talk to you about one of my favorite subjects, and that's the slight edge. I tell you that this philosophy, this book that Jeff Olson wrote, it literally changed my life many years ago before he actually even wrote the book, when he was teaching the principles of the slight edge. And so I'm excited to share this with you today because it will make all the difference in your business. It is the difference in your business. And so what is the slight edge? Let's talk about that. The definition of the slight edge is simple disciplines repeated on a consistent and persistent basis with a good attitude versus simple errors in judgment. It's simple, right? Simple disciplines versus simple errors. Here's the real deal. Both of those are easy to do and easy not to do, and especially the disciplines. So sometimes we might think that it doesn't make a difference, and this is where we're wrong. These simple disciplines make all the difference in the world. Adopting the philosophy of the slight edge and practicing it, this is the secret to success. If there is a secret, this is it. So this chart really gives you a great illustration of how the slight edge works in our life. We have this time continuum, and every single day, every decision we make, every choice we make is going to take us one way or the other on this thing we call life, right? It's going to take us either up towards success, or it's going to take us down towards failure. And you know what the difference is? The difference is how we meet the circumstances in our life every day, how well we practice the simple disciplines. Because if you take responsibility for your business, your life, your choices, you're going to be moving in the right direction. We have two choices here, right? We can take responsibility, or we can blame others or circumstances. It's very important, as you're building your Neora business, to understand how important it is to take responsibility for everything in your business, because this is how we grow. It's not what happens to us. It's not the circumstances. It's not what happens to us, but it's the meaning that we give to the circumstances that determine how we act and feel. This is so very important, because things come up, things happen sometimes. And when these things happen that aren't exactly like we wanted them to be, we need to look for the growth opportunity. This is a challenge. This is an opportunity to step up. This is a time to turn a challenge into a learning experience. And so responsibility is key. All great leaders know that taking responsibility is part of building your business. Taking responsibility puts you above everyone else. It puts you above the crowd. So when something happens, all you need to do is ask yourself, what can I do? You probably already know, or you will think of some things. And if you can't think of something that you can do to better the circumstance, then you ask, who can I ask? Who could I ask to help me with this? And then last but certainly not least, always look for the lesson. There's a lesson every single time we have a challenge and we work through that challenge. There's a lesson. So look for it. What did I learn? And you will find that by asking those questions, you begin to act in a more proactive way. You begin to feel like you're taking charge, because you are. Here's what happens. Most people tend to want to play the blame game. It's easier to blame someone or to blame circumstances than it is to step up and take responsibility. So we train ourselves. We learn how to do this, and we train ourselves, because remember, we are the CEO of our business. If we have anything happening in our lives or our business, it stops with us. Even if it's something that you say, well, I didn't have any control over that. We ran out of samples. I didn't have any control over that. We sold out of a product. I didn't have any control over that. Doesn't matter. The circumstance is, this is your business. So how do you turn that into a positive? How do you turn that into a learning and growth experience? Remember, how we handle challenges and obstacles in our business is how our prospects perceive us. It's how our customers and brand partners perceive how serious we are about our business. If anything goes wrong, I'm taking responsibility for it because it's my business. I'm the one in the end that is going to, make it right. So blaming others is kind of taking on a victim mindset. Taking responsibility is winning. That's being the victor. So we get to choose, which way are we going to go on this? Are we going to be a victim or a victor? Because people on the failure curve live in blame. People on the success curve are pulled to the future. That's what the Slight Edge is all about. It's about practicing those simple disciplines that pull you into the future. Whereas people on the failure curve are pulled by the past. We don't want to live in the past, guys. We're building dreams for people. We're building futures for people. We all know that there's a roller coaster effect. We've all experienced it in our lives. There's probably been a time in your life where you felt like you weren't at your best. And maybe you felt like everything was stacked against you. And then you dug deep inside and you figured out what to do because you already knew what to do. And you did those things to get to survival, to get back to survival, to get to a point of survival where you knew that your head was above water. And then what happens a lot of times is you get comfortable there. And what happens is we slide back, right? And then we find ourselves, we're back where we were. And we work really hard again to get to survival again. This is the time when you remember the Slight Edge. You remember what it is. It's simple disciplines repeated on a persistent and consistent basis with a good attitude. That means you keep doing it. You keep doing it. And what happens is, if you keep doing it, you move above the survival bar. You move into success and you stay there because you keep doing those things that got you there. You see, you are your greatest asset. You are your greatest asset. And when you invest in yourself, when you find out what you're made of and you show yourself what you can do, when you commit yourself to continuous learning, when you develop the conscious and the subconscious mind where they're working for you, not against you, when you realize that your thoughts have power, then you're practicing the Slight Edge. Then you're moving in the direction of the success curve, because it all gets down to our philosophies. So what is a philosophy? A philosophy is what you know, how you hold what you know, and how it affects what you do. It's how you think, how you feel, and how you act. And it's what you do when no one's watching. Those are your philosophies. And why is this so important? Your philosophy creates your attitude, and your attitude creates your actions, and your actions create your results. And that's what creates your life. So if you want to have the life that you dream of, then it all starts with your philosophy. It all goes back to how you think and feel and act. And so here's a big clue, right? Positive philosophies lead to a positive attitude, which leads to positive actions, and you can guess positive results, right? Just like negative philosophies lead to a negative attitude, lead to negative actions and negative results. This is the Slight Edge. This is the timeline. This is the curve. Those positive philosophies pull you into the future, and that's why it's important that we have philosophies that serve us. Philosophies are easy to find. It's easy to find positive philosophies. If you are a student of personal development, you can find many of them. We practice this at Neora. It's a part of our culture here. So finding philosophies that serve us is a really important thing. Philosophies like do the thing and you will have the power. That's what Emerson said. Or double your rate of failure. That's what Watson said, the founder of IBM. Or successful people do what unsuccessful people are not willing to do, and therefore successful people have what others do not have. That's Jeff Olson. Or everything happens for a reason and a purpose, and it serves us. Or whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill from Think and Grow Rich. See, the slight edge prepares you. It prepares us for all that life has to offer. It prepares us for challenges that come our way, but it also prepares us for those windfalls that come our way. Every once in a while, it doesn't happen very often, maybe a once in a lifetime, but every once in a while, an opportunity arises for us to achieve a giant leap forward because we are ready, because we've been practicing the slight edge, because we have the right philosophies and we're ready for it. And this is one of those times. There is no question that in the last few 4 or 5 months, our whole world has changed. And it has changed in a way that I believe will be forever. There are 4 trends right now that we can use to slight edge our business. That means applying the slight edge to each one of these trends can make a huge difference in your business in the next few months. We can actually have like a quantum leap because these things have happened so quickly, and it has absolutely accelerated the business world. It's accelerated our lives. And so trend number 1 is online shopping. Oh my gosh, never before have so many people been shopping online. Everything from toilet paper to skincare, health and wellness, and hair care, right? So we are sitting right in front of a tidal wave of online shopping. One of my mentors once said, Kathy, if you can create great wealth by getting in the way of money so that it goes through you instead of around you. We're right in the way of all the money that's going into online shopping. We just need to be visible enough that it comes through us. Who do you know that is not shopping online? I mean, come on, we're all doing it, right? It's redirected spending, and we want it redirected through us. The second trend is working from home. Many people have found out they really like working from home in their jammies. And so now that it's time to go back to normalcy, maybe they don't want to go back there. So never before has the side gig, the working from home, been so attractive to people and so receptive to people as it is right now. We can tap into this emotional desire that people have now that they maybe didn't even have 6 months or a year ago. Now they do, and we can show them the way. The third is virtual marketing and training. This is a new world for most people. Some people didn't even know what Zoom was 5 months ago. Now we're doing everything on Zoom. We're doing everything in a virtual way. Companies and individuals that learn how to utilize this are winning. Zoom has had an impressive increase in the last couple of months because we realized we had to convert to virtual marketing and training. This is a whole new thing for most people, but guess what? We were already there. This wasn't that difficult for us. We were already on that edge. So now we really have the slight edge. And the last one is social media. Oh my gosh, this has taken over the marketing world as we know it. Everybody is using social media to draw business to their companies, to draw business into their front door. We are using it for everything. We're using it for product sampling through videos. We're using it through Facebook parties. We're using social media in every way possible, because we realize that harnessing this power is winning the game. So guess what? We've got these 4 trends. They're knocking on our door right now. Not only do we have them, we are mastering them. We're getting better and better utilizing this. And because we've been practicing the slight edge, because we have the slight edge philosophy, we're ready for this. We're prepared to take a big leap very quickly and expanding our business and expanding our territory through virtual relationship building, VRB. We're building relationships in a virtual way. We're having sit downs and Facebook parties and demonstrations in a personal way virtually. Amazon's not doing that. eBay's not doing that. Most companies aren't doing that. We have it because we understand the slight edge. So we take our slight edge habits, showing up, being consistent, having a positive outlook, being committed to the long haul, cultivating a burning desire for success, backed by faith, being willing to pay the price, practicing the slight edge every day with integrity. We're taking our slight edge habits to a whole new level. And now we're going to take it one more step. Jeff Olson said, pick one simple discipline in every area of your life and make a habit of doing this every day and reviewing it, the results every day, and holding yourself accountable, and watch what happens. Just taking one piece of the slight edge every single day and making it better, we can grow our business like you've never seen, and you will become the mentor that people want to follow. It's the compound effect. See, the slight edge doesn't just change things in that moment. In fact, it rarely changes it in that moment. It's that consistent and persistent activity compounded over time that gets the result that we want. Just like the water hyacinth in the book. It didn't spread overnight. It didn't spread till the end of the month, just like the penny a day for 30 days doubled. It didn't have significant value in the first week or two or even third week. It's the compounded effect that makes the difference. One of our slight edge habits is 2 exposures a day. So easy to do now through social media and all the virtual opportunities that we have. But think about the power of what this means to your business. Let me just show you an example. This is just one example, sampling or product experiencing. In some areas, you might be back to live demonstrations. But here's the chart that I want you to understand, because this is a great example of compounding. It all starts with you. There's one of us, right? Each one of us is a you. And so let's say it starts with you and you get 10 samples a month out. Your first month, you have a total of 10 samples in the marketplace. But let's say you build a team of 10 people and they each get 10 samples out. Well, then that month you had 100 samples in the marketplace, you and your team. And let's say your team grew to 100 people and they all got 10 samples a month out. Now you would have 1,000 samples in the marketplace. And if you're going to really dream big and go for there, imagine when you have 1,000 brand partners and they each get 10 samples out and there's 10,000 samples in the marketplace. Now, if you just take that on that same activity, 10 samples a month, and apply it on a consistent and persistent basis over the next 11 months, 12 months total, you have a lot of samples in the marketplace. You personally have 110 or 120 counting your first month. If you apply the 30% conversion, which we have found that our sampling program carries 25 to 30% conversion rate, if you apply that 30% conversion rate, at the end of the year, you would have converted 36 people to either a preferred customer or a brand partner. That team of 10 would have converted 360 people. That team of 100 would have converted 3,600 people, and the volume that would go with that based on 100 ADO order would be 3,600 personal volume, 36,000 team volume from your team of 10, or 360,000 team volume from your team of 100 or over 3 million if you really build into a huge organization. Guess what? That's the difference going from a new brand partner to national marketing director. That's the power of compound growth. And all you have to do to see this happen in your business is do the slide edge your business, do the slide edge thing, set SMART goals, plan your day and your week and your month before it begins. Practice the 10 core commitments. Show up, show up, show up everywhere on social media, at virtual parties and trainings. Drive the sample experiences throughout your organization. Track your progress and celebrate your wins. This is how we slide edge our business. There's a tidal wave coming. You can feel it. I know you can. There's so many great things happening at Neora. So many great things in your future ahead of you. And all we have to do is practice the slide edge and slide edge our business. Simple daily disciplines repeated on a persistent and consistent basis with a good attitude versus simple errors in judgment. That's all we have to do. And I'll tell you that mastering the slide edge is easy. It's like Napoleon Hill said, there's one quality which one must possess to win, and that is the definiteness of purpose. What is your purpose? Why are you here? And the knowledge of what one wants. What do you want? Why did you start your Neora business? And a burning desire to possess it. If you have that definiteness of purpose, if you have that knowledge of what you want, if you have that burning desire to possess it, then you will win. This is what Napoleon Hill taught in Think and Grow Rich. This is what Jeff Olson taught in the Slide Edge, that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. That if you just stay true to the process, commit to the process, and the magic will appear. That is how you slide edge your business. So I am so excited to share this with you. It's been absolutely my barometer for many, many years. It's been my roadmap, and I want it to be yours too, so that you can have all that you want, all that you dream, and so that you can be the one that teaches others the same thing. So guys, have a great, great rest of the conference. I'm so happy to have been able to share this part with you. And I just wish you all the very, very, very best and most success. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.